almost from the beginning. Back in the mid-1980s, when Dr. Jose Quiroga and Anna Deutsch had big dreams but few resources, Venice Family Clinic stepped forward. They provided a home for PTV, crucial staff support, enabling Dr. Quiroga and Anna to start treating torture victims out of Venice Family Clinic. It was no coincidence at all that Venice Family Clinic opened its doors to PTV. It too started as a dream, the brainchild of two physicians determined to provide free quality health care to those who need it the most. From a small storefront in Venice, they have grown into the nation's largest free clinic, seeing nearly 25,000 people a year without charging a penny. Almost all of their patients are low income, most are uninsured, many are homeless, including a large number, God bless them, of children. Venice Family Clinic partners with the region's most respected medical institutions, from St. John's and Cedars-Sinai to UCLA and Kaiser Permanente. The clinic has established prestigious training programs throughout the area and has received too many awards to mention. Even as it has grown into a world-renowned institution, Venice Family Clinic has remained true to its roots. They haven't forgotten where they came from. And to this date, they continue to work closely with PTV in the treatment of torture victims, helping to heal their wounds and rebuild their lives. PTV is honored indeed, to give its Community Partner Award to Venice Family Clinic.
Thank you for recognizing the Venice Family Clinic. On behalf of the people we serve, our board, our staff, and volunteers, we are honored by this recognition. Our partnership with PTV began in 1985 when Dr. Quiroga asked if we had space for this program. But actually, Dr. Quiroga began volunteering for the Venice Family Clinic in 1978. He realized through his volunteer experience at the clinic that it would be an excellent place for PTV. Dr. Quiroga shared his idea with Dr. Davida Cody, another clinic volunteer, and she introduced him to Mandy Johnson, who at that time was in charge of our clinic operations. Now here is where the story blurs a bit. Dr. Quiroga told me that Mandy Johnson did all the work to make the program for torture victims a success. But Mandy Johnson told me that Dr. Quiroga did everything, and that all she did was schedule the doctors and work with our clinic coordinators to make sure that patients were available to be seen. Clearly, when speaking to people as modest as Dr. Quiroga and Mandy Johnson, it is hard to determine who did what. But that is precisely what made it work. Many humble people working hard to provide care to men and women dealing with traumatic experiences and complex problems that required specialized counseling, sensitive healthcare services, and recovery support. Today, PTV at Venice Family Clinic occurs on a weekly basis, staffed by Dr. Quiroga and physician volunteers. Patients come to the program from referrals from community partners, such as immigration attorneys and social service agencies, or through word of mouth. A 2007 study of the program found statistically significant improvements in psychological functioning after the client's first year of care. Rates of post-traumatic stress syndrome, anxiety, and depression dropped from intake to follow-up. 83% to 37% for PTSD, 89% to 52% for anxiety, and 97% to 63% for depression. Patients reported sizable improvement in functioning. 54% earned more income at follow-up, and 57% had increased their educational participation. These findings represent sizable improvements and is a tribute to everybody involved in the program and the strength of all the clients involved to make such achievements. 40 years ago, when Dr. Phil Rossman and Dr. Mayer Davidson started the Venice Family Clinic, they understood what happens when people go without the care they need, how a single injury or illness can change the path of a person's life. This is especially true for people who are victims of torture. Our staff and volunteers have learned a great deal from Dr. Quiroga and the courageous men and women we have served through PTV. Thank you for this honor.